And in tonight's game, pride definitely bred at stake. When you were with the Spurs, or any of the teams, talk about some of the epic conference rivalries you played in.
Well, I always go back to playing against the Phoenix. Suns in the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with Amari Stoudemire, and what Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006, which, by the way, Kevin, everybody's doing now.
Right, yeah.
But tremendous talent on the court at that time, tremendous disparity in style of play, and watching Steve Nash during MVP years trying to conduct his team against the vaunted Spurs. Fantastic, incredibly competitive match.
And a lot of speed. I mean, it was eye-opening to watch.
And it was the Spurs trying to catch up. So how are we going to do the rock'em sock'em game against the 7 seconds or less? We kind of took care of it.
Just 4 to shoot. Stolen by Zubac. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. There's the triple. Rebounded by McGee. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Pass to Davis. And the foul call. Called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Lakers now. Here's Kuzma. Now here is McGee. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Davis. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Pass to George. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Tipped away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. Outside, Davis. And they double up Davis. Morris with the block.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Now here's LeBron. And Davis gets it to go.
There's no way that LeBron James is not going to come in and dictate the tempo of this game. Just keeps his eyes up and drops a nice dime there.
And it's Leonard missing.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's George following the basket by LeBron James. Morris, no good. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Here's the Lakers with the ball. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Leonard attacking. Pass to Beverly. Now Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Now, here's George after LeBron James's miss. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Right side, George. Beverly for three. Rebound, the Lakers. On the wing, James. Pass to Davis. Back to James. Clock at 6. And a missed layup.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
And it's the Lakers on the break. Ahead. Howard, that's good.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really. A 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Pass to Morris. And here's George. And stolen by Howard. The drive by James. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For the finish. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, that's where he is just a force. Such a great internal clock in terms of his timing to go up and block those shots, Kevin. Quickly up court with the basketball, delivered a perfect strike.
Now, here is George. Pass to Beverly. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Over to the left wing. Fires the three. Sinks the three-pointer.
You can't play too far off of Patrick Beverly, or this can happen.
James, the bounce pass. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Outside, Davis. Over George. Misses off the right iron.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dunk that ball? I still can't figure that one out.
Stolen by McGee. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And so here are the Clippers. Outside Leonard. Pass to Beverly. George way outside. That shot misses. And the Lakers will go the other way with it.
2 years ago, Paul George and his curious travels about where he was going to land in terms of free agency made his way back to Oklahoma City. And a lot of people were wondering why he made that choice. Then a year later, at the behest of Kawhi Leonard, a trade goes down where Paul George ends up back in Los Angeles with the Clippers. You talk about a two-way threat along with Kawhi Leonard. What an unbelievable wing combination the Clippers have with these two.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. And with George last year, easily his best season as a pro in every measurable way.
You wonder in the next couple of seasons here, Kevin, if we're going to see the best of Paul George. Again, coming off that gruesome leg injury, him finding his form last year for Oklahoma City. A lot of talk about even Paul George being considered as an MVP candidate, and rightly so. Now back in Los Angeles with Kawhi Leonard. What a terrific duo they have.
Back to Beverly. Leonard with no one around. No good on the triple. It's LeBron with the drive. Here's Davis. Shoots over Zubac. Goes back up. And it's Davis missing.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
The Clippers in the lead. It's stolen by Davis.
Awesome defense. Just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Rondo. Davis in the corner. This one for three. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Davis has got the lead up to 2 now for the Lakers. Pass to George. Back to Beverly. Zubac with it. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Just 5 on the clock. Out to Morris to end the run. Dwight Howard pulls it in. And here's the Lakers. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
No one near James as he lets it go. And again, it's the Lakers.
Well, a little bit of separation there. That's the challenge. You want LeBron to make it from the mid-range. Guess what? He can do that too.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, 3 great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
Here's Zubac following the basket by LeBron James. And again, no good by the Clippers. To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Lakers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That's good from McGee.
Tremendous amount of excitement around the Clippers right now, and why not? 2 elite players that can play both sides of the floor. They were already talented and scrappy. You just wonder if this group, with some of the additions and subtractions, can come together in the same way that last year's group showed the type of cohesion that a team that wants to perform at elite levels needs to do.
And their offense has all but disappeared this quarter, shooting in the low 30s for the game. They had some success in that first quarter, but not much since then.
1:49 left in the first half of the game. Here's Rondo. And the rejection by Harrell. And stolen by Patterson. Now the Clippers moving it up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Green. And again, the Lakers no good. And Brent, over the last few years, the Clippers have had to replace true stars.
Pretty amazing with Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, and Blake Griffin not being in Clipper uniforms, how the organization has turned it around in such a short span to have the opportunity that it has in front of them now to go further than what those three guys provided for so many years in Los Angeles.
Back to Rondo. 3 on the clock. Over Williams. Rondo, no good. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Lakers making a change here. Here's Harrell. No points in the game yet for him. 32 seconds left in the first half. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the contest. And the technical free throw is good. And a huge piece of the Tobias Harris trade last year, Brent, Landry Shamet, shows a lot of promise.
Interesting for Lambeau, as they call him, at age 22 out of Wichita State, to come into the league, show his ability to shoot from the three-point line, shot 40% from deep while taking over 4 a game last year, seemed very comfortable in seeking out the line. And the opportunity for him now with the star power around him, a lot more is going to open up for Landry Shamet to be a 3rd or 4th guy on the offensive end to make some major contributions.
The Lakers have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
So the wing on the left. Here's Patterson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Gets it off. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Clippers trail by 5. In the corner, it's Morris. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. And the foul on Avery Bradley. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Leonard. And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Clippers have possession. Here's George. Pass to Zubac. Takes it out to Leonard. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And the wide open shot from Morris. A three-pointer off the mark. And here is LeBron. 8 points for him. Davis with it. Great D that time from Leonard.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And stolen by Howard. Bradley deciding where to go with it. High post, Howard. Outside for Davis. Here's the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 5. In the corner, George with it. Clock at 4. Clippers moving the ball around. Basket good. Leonard's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Clippers.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Here's James. Pass to Howard. Tries again. Kicks it out to James. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. James has got 10.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
Now here is George. Inside. And he uses the glass on the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
He does a lot of work on the perimeter, but don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
Lakers leading by 3. Now Bradley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. James left side. Fade away. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
How about the elevation on the pull-up there as LeBron gets up into the air? Good legs and foundation on that one.
Drills it from outside.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Now here's James. 12 points for him. It's hauled in by Zubac. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. It's a close game here in Los Angeles.
And a breakthrough season for Marcus Morris in 2018 and 19. Career highs almost across the board.
Timeout called the Lakers. You know, Greg, the Celtics are encouraging their players to take mental health just as seriously as their physical health. Marcus Morris brave enough to say that helped him a lot.
I mean, the Morris twins growing up in the hard streets of Philly. I mean, a lot to overcome, but by getting some help, that's exactly what Marcus is doing.
Kuzma outside. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Beverley. And he hits it to tie the game up. Beverley's got 5 now.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And finished off by LeBron.
LeBron not messing around. That time in the paint, close to the rim, smelling blood.
On the wing, Morris. Leonard, that's for 2. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot again. His teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
There's 1:26 left in the third. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Back to James. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Leonard. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 9. It's blocked. But he gets it back. Outside for George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's 12 points for Paul George.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And maybe the biggest story of this summer, where would Kawhi Leonard be headed in free agency? A player of his caliber commands that kind of media scrutiny.
50 seconds left in the third quarter. LeBron left side.
That's not a pretty thing. LeBron James driving right at you, full speed, and when he gets into the lane and towards the rim, he's going to make contact.
Lakers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. The Clippers in the lead. In the corner, it's Morris. Back to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. To the middle. Pass to Zubac. Here's George. Out to Morris. And it's off from three-point range.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
The Lakers have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
Well, every night, the competitive killer instinct of LeBron James makes him as elite as he's been. Of course, a future first ballot Hall of Famer, and a lot of gas, it seems, left in the tank for LeBron James.
Here's Shamet from outside off the mark. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The Lakers in the lead. Down low, McGee. And it goes down 2 points.
Just brilliant in running the pick and roll. LeBron James taking what he sees.
Pass to Patterson. And stolen by LeBron. Now here's Kuzma. McGee with it. Now Caldwell-Pope. Patterson defending. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Clippers trail by 5. Pass to Harrell. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Now Shamet. In the corner, it's Patterson. 5 on the clock. And he's good on the 3 ball.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Williams with the ball. Picked up by Kuzma. And it's Shamet missing. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's his first foul. Pass to James. Here's Caruso. He's covered by Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. Chalk up 2 there. James has got 4 this quarter.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
And it's the Lakers on the break. The shot, no good. And James picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers call time here. And even though he's been nagged by injury for a few years, Brent, Kawhi is still a top 2A threat when he's healthy.
Well, the fact that Kawhi Leonard could move on from San Antonio, get to that Toronto team that needed just an extra push to do something in the Eastern Conference, especially with the absence of LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard absolutely dominated last year's playoffs and took Toronto to a championship. And now, for the first time, he's had the choice to continue his career somewhere. He's going to do that back home in Los Angeles for the Clippers.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
I love LeBron being shifty on that play, outstanding at going right to the rack with that size, strength, and speed.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
There's something about Beverly. He seems to be one of the point guards who enjoys the physical contact out there, always looking for something.
And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
And Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by James. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, energy is good, but not smart there trying to go through somebody on that play.
Here's Howard. Outside for Davis. Lakers working the ball around now. To the paint. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Second shot opportunity. And he gets the jumper to drop. And the Lakers lead by 7. And Leonard has it in the corner. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And the Lakers have possession. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. James looking it over. They kick it out to Green. Paul George with the steal. Over in the corner, Beverly. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's foul number 2 for him. To the inside. Outside for George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Davis.
Intelligent play there by Davis. He knows he has the defense on their heels as soon as he gets the ball that close to the rim.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so he drops them both. It's a 9-point ball game here. Here's George. And the rejection by LeBron.
Wow, LeBron throwing that one away hard. There's a message behind that block.
Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard with the ball. George with no one around. And the Clippers miss again. It's stolen by Morris. And now the Clippers on the break. The open shot, George. And right on target. Good.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
Timeout called, the Lakers. They're ahead by 7. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 51 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Davis. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
6'10", quick off the floor, and Davis on the interior now doing damage.
Knocks it loose. Paul George with the steal. Inside. Howard with the steal. And now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. And there's the lay-in. And now it's an 11-point Laker lead.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Stolen by George. And stolen by Howard. And so the Lakers take the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Marquee matchup tonight, Brent. Everyone's been looking forward to this one. This is a statement game for both teams.
Part of this game tonight, Kevin, that'll be interesting. We know the stars will be stars in the game tonight. This is a great indicator for the coaching staff about maybe this is a guy we can rely on as the season goes on. Maybe come playoff time, this is the type of player who we know in bigger moments is ready to accept the challenge.
That's a good look inside the game. I like that. And the call. On the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Damian Lillard.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Gordon with no one around. Off target with his three. Pass to McCollum. And here they go. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Fires at the elbow. Good work defensively by Harden.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
It's Westbrook with the drive and the dunk by Westbrook.
Yeah, Westbrook came off of that pick and roll with good intentions and got a good result.
Pass to Whiteside. Kicks it out to McCollum. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. There's the triple. That one misses. Good D by Westbrook.
Kev, I know it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
To the paint. Covington. That one wide left. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. Still without a basket in the game. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Rockets with possession here. Harden outside. A floater. And the layup is up and in.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
You go back to 2015, the Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons where they've placed in the Western Conference.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Well, you know, Brent, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Blazers front office, continuing to fortify this roster with under-the-radar acquisitions.
Interesting adjusting around a couple of albatross contracts to now have a team that's capable at positions that a lot of teams are trying to fill. That's the wing position.
Pass to Whiteside. Stolen by Westbrook. It's Harden with the drive. And he converts the layup. Harden's got 8 points.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
McCollum outside. Trying to find Covington. Gets it to him. Harden with it. Now defended by McCollum. And they pick up 2. He's got 10.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Stolen by Harden. Westbrook, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Ariza. No points in the game yet for him. They get it back. Anthony left side. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. A minute 50 left in the first quarter. And here's Gordon. Kicks it out to Covington. No good on the 3.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Here's Westbrook. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Well, hard to believe that Russell Westbrook has now gone 3 consecutive seasons averaging a triple-double.
You remember, Kevin, just how much we were flipping out about the possibility of somebody doing this again since Oscar Robertson, and now Russell doing it 3 straight years. It's just a mind blower.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Passed a little. There's the double team with Covington. Stolen by Tucker. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Gordon for three. He can't get that one. Trailblazers trailed by 14. Can they get it? And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, massive relief there. Getting a little bit frustrating for them until that bucket.
Westbrook got a hand on it. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Trailblazers now. And Portland with the ball. A 12-point game. Portland moving the ball around. The wide open shot by Little. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Harden. Kicks it out to Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Portland shooting their first free throws of the game. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
James Harden getting... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Swanigan. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's Simons missing. Rockets leading by 14. And the jam by Harden.
Well, Westbrook draws so much attention, so takes advantage there, finds a teammate.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. Pass to Little. Down low. Stolen by Westbrook. Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll comment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most, and their challenge is we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those three things are pretty impactful.
Well said.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
And stolen by Lillard. Pass to Ariza. Lillard scanning the floor. It's McCollum on the wing. Ariza outside. Clock at 6. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar, living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
For three, Westbrook. The Rockets again can't hit.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
It's stolen by Ariza. Here's Lillard.
Now Lillard just a menace when he's driving inside, forces the D to act, which is why he gets those calls.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Amazing how much Lillard has spatial awareness when his defender's just far enough away. He's going to shoot that quickly.
Now, here is Harden. 14 points for him. Chandler. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Chandler's got 4 points this quarter. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited, he ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling, and Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built. And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Here's Lillard. He's got 11. Outside Anthony. Stolen by Rivers. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Pass to Ariza. It's McCollum on the wing. Kicks it out to Lillard. The good-looking shot from the wing. Lillard's got 13.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To the inside. And stolen by Lillard. Pass to Anthony. McCollum left side. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, C.J. McCollum could teach a class on how to get and-one opportunities.
And you talk about shot makers, C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
Stolen by McCollum for the finish. And McCollum with the slam.
Now McCollum a blur that time in transition. A quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat, Greg, from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
And it's Ariza with the ball for Portland. Trailing by 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
It's Chandler high post. Pass to Rivers. Now McLemore to the middle. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And Portland making a change here. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Westbrook surveying the D. .41 seconds left in the second quarter. Tries again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Well, a triple-double machine, and what we're trying to get out of Russell Westbrook as he moves on is understanding he can adjust his game to the teammates around him.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. They could use a bucket. He lays it in. Westbrook's got 8.
Yeah, Kevin, hope that's not a defensive tactic, but that's what you saw there. Westbrook handling the rock and has the quickness to drive on pretty much anyone. This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Here's Trent, and he's good on the 3 ball. He's got 5. 7 seconds left in the first half. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Rockets trail. Now Westbrook. Shot from 12. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Portland has possession. Goes up the baseline. Anthony's shot is off. From beyond the arc. Another miss by Houston.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And the layup's good off the glass. Anthony's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets in a foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, that effort just not good enough because even if that defender was a bit taller, the shooter already locked in.
One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
That'll be a 5-second call. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Back to Whiteside. Fires from deep. Chandler with the rebound. Rockets trail by 6. It's Harden with the drive. And 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Pass to Ariza. From about 16. And he gets the jumper to drop. And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with a streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it. Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Now Harden following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. No good that time. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Lillard attacking. Yes, that goes in. And it's a 10-point Portland lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Harden scanning the floor. Good work defensively by Anthony.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the Rockets with possession here. The Rockets with another miss. Lillard outside. Launches it. That's good. 14 tries.
Well, he now has 4.5. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Austin.
You understand just how much of an impact he can make with his defense. Great length, great timing, and makes some offense just because of his size alone.
Rockets trail by 13. Harden outside. Shot to stop the run. Wingspan of Whiteside, definitely a game changer for defense.
Interesting pickup here for the Blazers as they've added Whiteside to back up Nurkic at the 5 position, and an interesting center in the Western Conference. How will he adjust to the pace and maybe the style of play out west? We'll find some other options.
Simon.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from down.
We've got a terrific front court matchup tonight. Chris, you were the prototypical 4 when you played. Who was the toughest power forward you had to defend?
Okay, well, I'm going to give you the same answer I always have. When I was in the West Coast, any given week, this is who I had to guard in a week's time. Tim Duncan, Garnett, Nowitzki, Rasheed Wallace, Robert Horry, it's Karl Malone. That was all in the West Coast, and I think I played in the golden era of power forwards, and so I would just say put all their names in a hat, pick one out, and that's who was the toughest, because it was like that every night.
Hall of Famers, including yourself. Count the basket.
Well, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Here's Davis. Good work defensively by Anthony. It's McCollum on the wing. Misses the 3. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Floats it up for Davis. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Kicks it out to McCollum. From past the arc. Rebounded by McGee. Here's LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
Lillard outside. Anthony right side. To the inside. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Portland again missing. James looking around. Trying to get open is Davis. LeBron, no luck. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. McCollum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat, Greg, from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Ariza goes in. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
And the way Ariza uses his length to get to the basket is just sensational, just tirelessly attacking the rim.
Here's James. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Pass to Ariza. Back to Lillard. Stolen by McGee. And Bradley gets it to go.
Oh, and no shortage of speed. I mean, Bradley striking quickly in transition.
Trailblazers trailed by 4. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Lillard way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's the Lakers with the ball. A putback.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game.
2 fouls, and we're not even out of the first quarter. That's not a good pace to set.
Here's McCollum. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Pass to Swanigan. Here's Little. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Bradley, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, Greg, they're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And coming up as an only child in difficult circumstances, LeBron James said he had to grow up early and take charge of his life at a young age.
Yeah, and that's what made him such a solid person and a great basketball player. And ever since, he sought control of his own destiny, Kevin. He empowered trusted friends along the way. I mean, he's paved a new path for players taking ownership of their careers.
Howard, good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to Simons. Back to Hezonja. Out to the wing. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Down low. Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but then that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
Now James, after Nasir Little missing on that last three-pointer. And here they go. Here's Trent, but they get it back. Pass to Little. This one for three. Portland no good that time either.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's Simons. Portland no good that time either. Lakers leading by 14. LeBron James on the way. He has 6.
Well, come on. We all know LeBron is used to getting fouled, but it's just amazing how he keeps his focus. Such a powerful player.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game. .23 seconds left to play in the first. That's tipped. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Inside, and James throws it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Pass to Trent. That one's off, still out of sync. And so it's Los Angeles with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road. And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot, and they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
Here's Trent following the basket by LeBron James. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got his first 2 points.
Well, look at how quickly Lillard leaps out in transition. He wants to run down the throat of the D, burn him in the open floor.
Unloads from 9. Outside Rondo. Lobbed up there for Howard. No good on the shot.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Now here's James. Following the miss by Trevor Ariza. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
An elite passer at his position. I mean, James always seems to make the right decision.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul. To the right side. Back to Howard. Pass to Rondo. 5 on the clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Good on the second free throw. And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a 4-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. He devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? He's made it clear. Once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
And we've got an update here, so let's just sideline.
Cousins suffered in a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your life. All the celebrity. My love for the game has grown. That's the basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Sweet pump fake to freeze. Davis.
Not a lot of side, and they're taking
Out Colin. At the overdue.
Every game, it on. So you number 4 Weber jersey went through the go home with me.
That's it. Here's looked by Anthony Davis. Back to Lillard. Looking to end the run. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Green.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes.
And just enjoy watching Rondo utilize that speed on the drive. Just kind of nice through the defense there and dares you to attack him.
The free throw drops for Rondo. And the Trailblazers making a change here. And Rondo drops them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Here's Simons.
And just like you'd want to see assertive basketball.
He threw that one down, Greg, so hard you could feel the strength over here. Here's Azania. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
I mean, he's out there on an island all by himself. I mean, good job to stay cool and drain it.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. And the Lakers making a change here. 1:22 left in the second quarter.
And for the Lakers, 6 straight seasons outside the playoffs. Can you believe it's the worst record in the NBA over that span? I mean, for the league's premier franchise, it's not what they're accustomed to.
And the Lakers have an illustrious past, Chris, but they can't rest on their laurels.
Yeah, you're right, Kev. Teams around the league are getting more advanced with their scouting. The Lakers taking steps to ensure they remain on the cutting edge.
Good on both.
Well, the GOAT watch continues. Every year, every accomplishment goes into the analysis. I mean, LeBron will probably never be able to escape it.
Here's Simons. Pass to Trent. To the wing on the left. From deep. Here's Swanigan. And stolen by LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
You got to be in awe of James, an offensive juggernaut. He's caught fire here tonight.
Portland moving the ball around. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. And LeBron throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
They kick it out to Green. No good on the three. Pass to Simons. Over LeBron. Wow, way off on that one.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
James is a workhorse down deep. When he's close to the basket, you better wrap him up.
This is his third trip to the free throw line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Pass to Davis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. They get Hassan Whiteside. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
Pass to Whiteside. Back to Lillard. His first shot coming late. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. To the paint. Now the Lakers on the break. Kuzma can't get it to go. Ariza with it. And Ariza with the stuff.
Well, you got to respect the fearlessness of Ariza, slamming it through in style.
LeBron left side. Kuzma. Six on the shot clock. Back to LeBron. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could look at three.
And that one's good by LeBron.
I mean, you better stay up on James. He's always ready to pull up when the D isn't up on him.
Back to Anthony. To the middle. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Anthony left side. McCollum outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 6 points.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 27. And it's slammed in by Davis.
An all-around player. Kuzma is very solid at finding his guys in their spots.
Pass to Whiteside. Nobody near Lillard. The three-pointer, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
LeBron shot is off. And so it's... Oh, look at him fly!
Get out the way!
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
The Lakers with the ball. James wide open. Nice open look, but it's no good. Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And that's now 6 points for Damian Lillard. Now James. And LeBron throws it down.
Coming off the screen, LeBron showing the poise. He runs this play time and time and time again.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard again missing. Unloads from 13. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And that's 31 points for LeBron.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
And here is LeBron after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. James outside. Lobbed up there for Green.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. It's McCollum on the wing. Over in the corner, Lillard. And the three off target. And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on their offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Yeah, and at Utah, Kyle Kuzma restricted to more of a traditional power forward role. Now, the wide-open NBA style has unleashed his game.
Here's LeBron. Pass to Kuzma. Goes back up. Tries yet again. He takes it up and lays it in. Kuzma's got 4 this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Now LeBron, after Nasir Little missing on that last three-pointer. Nice shot by James. James has got 33 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Lakers on top as they end the 3rd quarter with a massive 6. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Here's Simons. Brown drives in, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope. And here's Little. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it for the finish. And the dunk by James.
I love the way James moves in transition. He's relentless and determined.
Chris, with every team looking to maximize floor space, which big men are the deadliest from outside? Have a shot that you've got to respect.
Oh, well, I think you got to go with a few. Just rapid fire. You got to go with that man, Mr. Towns, out there in Minnesota. How about Blake Griffin, what he did for the Pistons, just shooting, knocking those threes down. Now, I got to give my man Big Lopez a shout-out. He shoots it deep from Curryland out there for the Milwaukee Bucks. So much fun watching these guys. And don't forget about Big Marc Gasol. He'll let it fly from deep as well.
He will, and they're all effective.
Oh, very effective.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. James has got 41.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Offensive rebound. Pass to Simons. Hands it from downtown.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
LeBron James on the wing. 5 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. LeBron's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Stolen by McGee. It's LeBron with the drive. Count that one. James has got 45 points.
And if you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes. Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
It's good. James has got 47 points.
Oh, he's just super efficient when he's close to the rim. James is like a master at knowing which way to take it.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
That's one of the few mistakes they've made tonight. They've limited turnovers. That's helped them grow this lead and keep it.
To the inside. Here's Ariza. And it's McCollum in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McClellan, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
Out left to the wing. LeBron outside. And stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that steal.
Pass to Bradley. Now here's Davis. Ariza covering. And that one's good by Davis.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. Here's Ariza. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 10 points for Trevor Ariza.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Here's LeBron. Shoots over Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Damian Lillard.
Man, don't do it. Going for that pump fake. James has it just impeccable. Fooling the defense night in and night out.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
And he makes the first.
Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though the block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for LeBron.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, and you got to count the poor health for the Lakers last season, hampering their ability to compete. The longest injury layoff in LeBron James' career. And all told, more than 200 games missed to injury, Kev.
And the dunk by LeBron.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Gabriel. Portland moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Now Anthony. And it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard patrolling the defensive end.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber,